Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your Timeless Tarot Nightcap. So, I'd like to invite you to have a short tarot reading at the end of the day. After, for some of you, maybe a long hectic schedule, I invite you to just relax, release all your tensions, and just enjoy this tarot reading with me. Okay, Sagittarius, let us see what is the main energy of the cards, or your main energy. Wow, you have here the Fool. Okay. The Fool can also be considered as the dreamer. And you see here, he's about to step off a cliff, but he seems to be unmindful of it. He's not afraid. It's as if he believes he can fly. It reminds me of the song, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. And I think this is a very good disposition when you believe that you can do great things. Maybe this is one good thing about it. Maybe you just receive an inspiration from the universe that makes you feel that you can do almost anything. And that is good, because when you have that kind of spirituality or that kind of energy, it allows you to surprise the world and sometimes surprise even yourself. When you believe, you are able to do things that usually people would not think it's possible. So it's like that. No? Like this one, he believes he can fly. Okay. If you see that song, maybe this reading is for you. Now, yes, there is also an accompanying danger with it. You might believe so much to the point that you put yourself also in harm's way. So somehow the card also tells us a little bit more also of prudence. So taking certain moderation in everything, not too daring to the point of putting yourself in danger, and at the same time also not too careful that you no longer live life. They say the fear of death prevents us from living. Okay. At the same time, too much living by the seat of your pants sometimes can also put us into trouble. I'd like to call this spirituality of, not really spirituality, this point of view as taking calculated risks. You know the risks, you take the precautions to lessen the possibility of danger, but at the same time also you move forward because you see also the value of moving forward. So it's like taking a middle road somewhere there. There is that sense of adventure, that sense of embracing the mystery of life, but at the same time also being sensitive to the guidance of the universe, especially when the universe is giving you some warning signs. You need to listen to that also. I recall certain situations in my life when I didn't heed my intuition, and I ended up encountering certain problems because my intuition was already 100% shouting alarms to me about not doing something, but I was too too not listening. I was not listening. I was not responding to the danger signs, and so I ended up losing certain things. Okay, I ended up finding myself in a difficulty. So it's like that. Sometimes you have that courage to respond to the inspiration, but at the same time listen to the warning signs. So somewhere in the middle. Okay, so this is what we can see for the main energy. Now let us see what is the tarot cards here. Okay, we have here the King of Swords. We have here the Hanged Man, and then the Knight of Pentacles, and then we have here the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. When you look at it, it's like a series of events. Here is an energy that is a little bit suspicious, a little bit silent, a little bit cold. And then there seems to be a closing of a chapter from darkness to light. Okay. And then here we see a person that is curious, which can be symbolized by the squirrel, somebody who's very energetic and has the zest for life. Okay, so from what I can see here is there is a transformation. For some of you Sagittarius, you are undergoing a certain transformation from darkness to light. Okay, so from a life that is a little bit guarded, just like this, the King of Swords, a little bit less expressive, a little bit maybe less warm because of the snow, a little bit guarded, but this person is intuitive. Maybe that's the reason the universe guided you from a certain maybe it's like waking you up from a sleep. It's like that. No, you are going around your life as if there's a certain coldness, maybe less exciting, maybe kind of life, less smiles, a little bit more serious with life. Maybe for some of you, maybe you have a lot of shoulds and shouldn'ts. No, you know, I should do this, I shouldn't do that, I must do this, I mustn't do that, or something like that. So maybe it was like a little bit regimented kind of life, and you underwent a certain transformation right now from a, well, you might not say it's really dull, but something that is a little bit more what do you call this, more predictable kind of life where everything seems to be in order, and suddenly there is this transformation, and suddenly spontaneity came into the picture. I mean, from something that is more ordered, usually before, a life that is well planned, for some of you, you suddenly underwent transformation, and suddenly you became more spontaneous, somebody who is open to adventure, somebody who now has a tendency to fly by the seats of their pants. Okay, it can be like that. Now, it can be also the other way around. The important thing here is, you see, you are undergoing a certain transformation or transition. Uh, as we grow older in our life, we usually go to certain extremes until finally we find the middle road. So sometimes we are in one extreme, like for example, from the card, extreme coldness, and then later on you go to extreme excitedness. And then finally, in the end, as we mature, we slowly go back to the middle. The middle is this one. Uh, for me, when I look at the Hanged Man, somebody who has a very unique point of view in life, somebody who had undergone a paradigm shift, somebody who's in the middle, somebody who can adapt whether the situation demands him to be in the dark part or in the light part. You are able to be in the middle. You are, you know, you are able to traverse both worlds, and at the same time you are grounded in reality, at the same time you are also intuitive, so you start to become a whole person. But as we grow, we go from one extreme to another until finally we get the middle road. So for me, this card symbolizes that you are going on right now transformation, and you can be traveling back and forth from different extremes. It's just part of the journey, and hopefully in the end you will find the middle road. Now it's a long work. You see, it is raining. There will be challenges that you will encounter. It will be a little bit difficult because as you undergo this one, some people will not understand what you are doing. But with this Eight of Pentacles, I feel that the card is telling us, just be patient, work on it, accumulate knowledge. You see here, there's a squirrel there accumulating things in under this shelter. So it's like you are creating a certain space for you where you can gather all the experiences and all the knowledges that you have. And as you gather them, things will become clearer in the future. But it is not an easy process. It will take some time. There will be some tears, which can be represented by the puddles, because people cannot understand you. But you see here, there's a dog and a squirrel, and the dog feels safe. So as you slowly build on this safe space for you, you create a safe space for you, sooner or later you will find refuge in it. It will be your source of protection, your source of strength. No? I think also this is an area of silence where there are certain things, where people couldn't understand. So you find yourself trying to find a refuge, a place where you are freed from from criticisms or from points of views of other people. So somehow it's more of, yeah, as you undergo transformation, it's going to take an effort to do it. But yeah, for me, this card symbolizes transformation. So right now, Sagittarius, for some of you, maybe you are undergoing transformation. We have here the Page of Cups, and then we have here the Two of Wands, and then the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. For some of you, there might be a tendency towards passion, towards a little bit of disregard for the customs of the society. No, so for some of you, yeah, maybe you there's a tendency to give into your passions. No, just as symbolized by this picture, maybe. Becoming a little less out of what is usually accepted by the society. So there's a tendency to rebel. Maybe it's because you are not being understood sometimes. But you are undergoing some enlightenment. And you see here, there's a rope tied to the leg and to the hand of this person. But one hand is already free. And this hand is holding a bird, as if this person is listening to the bird. So I feel that this card symbolizes those parts of your life right now that is shackling you and preventing you from really being free. Like, for example, these people, they are a bit shackled by pleasure. It's like the pleasure is not really, it's more of like sort of something that numbs the pain that is happening inside. Usually when you undergo transformation, there are certain conflicts of insights, like for example what you hear from other people conflicts with what you are discovering about life. So this kind of turmoil that you feel inside, you try to numb it by trying to indulge in pleasure. So somehow it's something like that. It is something that not really sets you free, but shackles you and preventing you from living life to the full. So in a certain sense, you need to ask to listen to the guidance of the universe in order to set yourself free. It's as if the bird is telling you, remove those ropes. Maybe the bird is also telling you, because this person seems to be unaware that he is shackled, no? It's like the bird is telling you, do you know that you have some ropes that are tying you and keeping you from becoming free? That there's so much more in the world that you can discover. All you have to do is to remove those ropes. So this could be those ropes, no, those part of your life that you need to let go of. Maybe some chapters you need to close. And you need to contemplate on it more. The Queen of Pentacles shows a person that is sleeping. The guides are also sleeping. And there is this squirrel that is sort of like guarding them. So it's as if you need to reach a certain point in your life right now where you will find more peace, less activity. Here, people are still awake in the middle of the night. This one, in the middle of the day, they are resting. So for me, it can symbolize that you need to spend more time far from the magic crowds, more time just relaxing, less of the busy activities, spend more time in silence and solitude, and allow the universe, which can be symbolized by this squirrel, which can be also a spirit animal, allow the universe to guide you. So something like that. So I think it's more of going away from the madding crowds, spending more time in solitude and listening to the guidance of the spirit, listening to it, so that you will be able to free yourselves from those things that shackle you and prevent you from living life to the full. Here we have the Eight of Cups, and then we have here the Four of Wands. So the final destination of this journey of transformation is for you to leave behind those cups that no longer serve you. He has already stacked several things, but there's still one cup that he has to let go of. This is already a spilled cup. And it's time for you to choose the cup that the universe is giving you right now, a special gift. So it's really leaving behind those things that shackle you, those things that you know is not beneficial to you emotionally, spiritually, and physically. and to reach that point in your life where there is the union, holistic transformation of yourself. You see here, the different colors, the different points of views, maybe different creeds. No, it's like taking a middle road somewhere, and your point of view is more of, when you look at this one, it's more of a universe, an inclusive type of spirit. An inclusive type of spirit is, you do not care anymore about colors, differences of colors. You do not care anymore about different creeds or different points of view, different beliefs. For you, you are interrelated to everything, to nature, to humankind. You consider them, or there is a certain sisterhood or brotherhood between you and them, a certain connection with the world, a certain connection with humanity. You become more inclusive and less judgmental of people. This is a sign of transformation. So I feel leaving behind those things that shackle you will lead you to this wholeness that is also inclusive, more receiving of people, less judgmental of other people. For you, everything is beautiful in their own way. Again, that song, another song came to me. Everybody's beautiful in their own way. Okay, so if you encounter that song, maybe it has, you need to listen to that song maybe, and you will discover. And you see, in the end, when you reach that wholeness, that interconnectivity with the whole of the universe, it will set you free, just as this eagle is flying from the hand of this person. It makes me feel that the eagle can symbolize the spirit of this person that is finally set free, finally freed from all those things that catches him, and is able to fly. And you see this, some eagles are carrying already some pentacles. No, this is the Three of Wands. No, this is the Three of Wands. It will set you on fire. And the Three of Wands also shows somebody who is on a new venture, starting a new chapter in their life. And this person is starting the chapter in her life on an elevated place, like atop a mountain, on top of a mountain. And the bird is being set free. It's like your spirit is being set free. Finally, you have undergone a certain maturity in your spiritual journey, that your heart will soar, your spirit will soar, and you will finally have that sense of really living life to the full. Somehow it's like that. All of us will find that point, but it's like a wave. No, it goes up and down. It's a wave like that, but it's also like a spiral. There will be some low ebbs, some high ebbs, until some high crests and some low ebbs. But as you journey further, you seem to be slowly going up and going up and going up, just as an eagle that starts to soar through the sky. And you will have a better perspective of life. When you are above the sky, you get to see the big picture of life. So it's a constant growth. So from what I see right now, Sagittarius, you are in a journey towards transformation. So this is what I can see. Now let us try to end the reading with some oracle cards. Well, I hope this resonates with you in your present situation right now. I hope it has enlightened you a bit to some questions maybe that is in your mind right now. Restlessness. Find a way to calm the waters of your mind. Okay. Yeah, to attain this peace that the Queen of Pentacles has right now. No? To calm the waters of your mind. So find a way to calm the waters of your mind. This person symbolizes somebody who's trying to numb the restlessness that is happening within. There is a better way of doing it. Spend more time in silence and solitude. And somehow it will lead you to realize things that you need to let go of your life. Healing with nature. Your soul learns to be outside in nature, around the healing waters, flowers, and trees. Okay, you see here, the Queen of Pentacles is amidst nature. And amidst nature, she finds peace and rest. So try to find peace and rest amidst nature. Spend more time walking. Uh, for example, every once in a while after your work or in between works, you spend about 5 minutes for a short walk amidst, maybe in a garden or in a park. Just a short break, just to make you be in touch again, be grounded again to nature. So this is what I can see for you right now, Sagittarius. I hope that this reading has helped you in one form or another. And I thank you for the likes and the comments you've given to the channel. If you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. And if you are not yet a subscriber, you are very much welcome to subscribe. If this card reading can help somebody, don't hesitate to share it with them. Well, I hope to see you again next time. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.